In this lab, we will see the troubleshooting of AAA NTP server, and this lab we have downloaded from the keithbreaker.com, which is very popular website. So if you want to learn about Cisco and Cisco devices, so you should go into this website and download the lab, which is free of cost. Hi, this is Monir, creator of Backstore Tech. If you are first time in my channel, please do subscribe. If the videos are really helpful, please consider like, comment and share. So now without wasting much time, let's get straight into this topic. So in this lab, we can see there is a two lab objectives. The first one, Bob is using the employee device wireless system, and Bob can't access MLS1 via SSH and login. So we should help him to logging into this device via SSH and login. There is a one more bonus point. If you can get MLS1 synchronized as an NTP client as well, that means that MLS1 the device are not able to synchronized with NTP server. So let's start it. So now I just want to employee device, then check desktop, then check IP config. If we come to the server, we can see there is some service has been opened. One service which is called DHCP, dynamic host control protocol, and in this DHCP we can see there is a different according to the villain it has been created DHCP service here. So if it is if there is any DHCP, so definitely this all the device will get the DHCP IP from the DHCP server. So in this employee device, if we go to the IP configuration, which is in the desktop, if you go to the IP configuration, then if we just click on DHCP, so it should get the DHCP IP which is coming from the server, right? We can see that there is one DHCP which is 169.254.113.104. Exactly, the DHCP is failed. APIPA is being used. This is a APIPA IP, right? So why it is failed? Because this employee device, we can see it's a wireless device and it's not connected with this AP2 or AP1. I believe that this is a AP1, right? So it is not connected in between any AP1 or AP2. So let's go into this AP2 and we can see that AP2, the IP, the default gateway is 10.30.0.1, and if we come to the AP1, that also get default gateway 10.30.0.1. So we can understand that both of the AP, it belongs to this IP, right? So AP, the full name is access point, definitely is wireless access point. So now we have to see why, because why it is not getting anything. If we come to the API, and we can see there is nothing more about this, right? It is just have some IP, I mean one gateway from the router, and that's it only. There is nothing to do, right? So at this moment we have to check the WLC, which is wireless controller. And for the WLS, we can see IP is 10.30.0.2 and user is admin and password is Cisco exclamator 23, right? Now to logging this wireless system, we have to go on the any PC which is connected with the same network with the wireless controller, and we can go to the desktop, just open a Chrome browser or whatever the browser you have, just open it, then type https colon slash, it's a slash slash, then give the IP which is 10.30.0.2, right? So we can see the login page came, and as per the instruction here, admin is user and Cisco 23 is the password. So admin and Cisco exclamator 23 is a password. So we just logging into this device. We can see there is a screen here. Right now we are in Cisco monitor, Cisco wireless controller devices. It's looks like similar to switches. So we can say here 150 access points supported. That means in this wireless system, wireless controller, we can add 150 access point which is provided by Cisco. Okay, so we can see the system uptime 7 minutes. We can see the several details from here. if we want to look into this, then we will go to one LAN, right? So if we go to LANs, so we'll come to the first group, and here we can see there is one default group. Just open the default group. Anyway, so I think, yeah, so we can make it group from here, and we can add according to the group the API, sorry, access point. Maybe you have a IT department which is about 100 people are working there, and definitely it is that one AP is not enough for 100 peoples, right? So it should be multiple access point for 100 peoples, and it should be a group. You can give it the group is IT, right? Okay, so we have to come here in LAN. So we can see that guest Wi-Fi admin status is enabled, but crop Wi-Fi admin status is disabled. We can click onto this, and we can see there is a profile name is crop Wi-Fi and SSID is crop Wi-Fi, as status is untick, right? So we should tick here. Then we can see the interface or interface group, which is VLAN 10 user. So now we have to find out that this one is under the VLAN 10. So what is the line here? It is also under the VLAN 10, right? Or it is also under the VLAN 10 or not? So for that, we have to go to the switch. Just see the layer to switch what is the VLAN for this particular gigabit 0/1, right? See show VLAN brief, and we can see the particular gigabit 0/1 is under VLAN 30, right? So we'll see that VLAN 30, it is what I've like VLAN 30, right? This is the VLAN 30, and it contain 10.30.0.0 series. So we should go where again. We'll see that is a 10 series, but this is VLAN 30, this is also VLAN 30. So we should make it VLAN 30 in order to get the DHCP, right? And we can give the management here. So management, it is another VLAN 30. So how we can understand, if we go to the control and if we go to the interface, we can see the management is 10.30.0.2. That means this IP, it is under VLAN 30, right? We already seen there it is under the VLAN 30, this type of series, right? So we can come to the WLAN, we can go into this again, and we can select the management IP and save apply. So we can apply here. So now we should get the connection in between employee device to the which is nearly the AP to access point, right? So now the second concern, and now we have to check that Bob can access MLS1 or not to the SSH login, right? Before that, I want to show you one thing, and now we can see that after having that, we can get the IP from the DHCP server, which is 10.30.0.55, right? So now we'll just go to the command prompt, and we'll try to log in through the SSH to this MLS1. So if we go inside admin, it's a default username and the password local, right? Cisco exclamator 23. I'm sorry, admin Cisco exclamator 23. Okay, so show IP interface brief. We can see there is a IP VLAN 30, which is 10.30.0.1. That means VLAN, under the VLAN 30 10.30.0.1, this is a management IP of this layer 3 switch. So I have to log in through this IP, right? So if we go here and if we just write down here SSH L and Bob, because he said that Bob can't access Bob, and we can give the IP, which is 10.30.0.1, and hit enter, and we can see the connection is lost, right? The IP we have given closed by phone and host. So to troubleshoot, we have to go MLS1, the layer switch, right? And we have to troubleshoot from here. First we'll check show run include AAA. We'll see the AAA logging method here. We can see there is a few logging method. It has been given, it has been configured. The logging method is radius and takas both up. So we'll go to the server and we can see that from the AAA service what are the logging methods. So for MLS, that means for this one, it is configured in the stackers plus server, and WLC, this one, it is configured for the radius server, right? What we can do, we can go again here, sorry, in and here, and we can see that what are the logging procedure. So takas already is here. I mean, that means method one group takas plus local enable. Okay, so show running configuration, then include VTUI. We'll check the VTUI. So line VTUI is 04. Still it is not logging here, and there is nothing protocol we have given, either telnet or SSH, right? If we have given, it should be here. So we can go for show run, and now we can see the uh, total configuration. What is configured? We can see that SSH is already configured and domain name ozit.com. And if we just come down till the end, we can see that where is that, the line VTUI transport import is none. That means the line VTUI transport import, there is nothing, right? It should be either SSH or telnet, right? So we can go on that configuration terminal, line VTUI 0 to 4 transport import all. That means is okay. So if we just put like this sign, and we can see there is a few things, all protocols, none, no protocols, SSH only the TCP IP SSH protocol, telnet only the telnet IP TCP IP telnet protocol. So I have to give you all, right? All transport input all. Now we have to log in stackers, right? The stackers is method one. So I'm just copying and come down, logging. Authentication is method one, then hit enter, then exit, right? So now try to logging from here through the SSH by the name of Bob. See, immediately we are able to communicate, and if we just give the password, which is Cisco !23, hopefully we should come to this system MLS1. So if we go to the server, we can see there's a two username, one is Bob and one is LOIS. The both of the password are same, which is Cisco !23, right? Now if we just type enable, we can see there is another password is asking, which is Cisco !23. Hit enter. Now we are into the MLS configuration privilegement, right? So show run, we can see the all running configuration just we have done, right? So we'll go to the VTUI line. Before we saw that it was only the line VTUI and transport import none, but right now after the configuration it should have some configuration to allow this logging to this device, right? Now we can see the line between 0 to 4 and logging authentication method 1. That's why we are able to connect with this method 1 service, right? This is, see, we can say MLS only 10.30.0.1 we can configure, right? Now we can understand how to troubleshoot that AAA, right? Now the second things, it is not synchronized NTP client. So if we come here, if we just see show NTP status, we can see the clock is unsynchronized, right? The clock is unsynchronized means it is not synchronized with the system. So we can see the show run include NTP. We just check that what are the NTP server. We can see the NTP server is 10.30.0.10, which is this one. It is perfectly fine. So if we go to the server, we go to the NTP, we can see the few things. The NTP, the time is not correct time. So we can make it correct time for the September. Right now, I mean today it is a 8 September 2023. So I'm just making it the same, and the time is right now about 10 04 p.m. Then enable, and we can see there is one key is one and password is Cisco. That's fine. So key is one and Cisco exclamator 23, right? So we have to check things are here or not. So again show run, and if you go down till the NTP, we can get the NTP server, and NTP server is 1.30.0.10, which is not correct NTP server, which is 10.30.0.10, right? So we have some mistake here. I think uh, before also I checked and I have given a wrong information. Yes, that is also same 1.30.0.10. So we have to change the NTP server and we'll check whether it is communicate or not. So configuration terminal, NTP server, then 10.30.0.10, right? Then NTP server, then we can check, okay, sorry, NTP server, then the question mark, then we can see what are the things are here, which is authentication key is here. We can see there is one authentication key, so we can give authentication key is one, right? Key is one. Then we can again type question mark, and it is MD5. We can give here, you can type here, then again question mark, then after it should ask the authentication key with a word. So authentication key is Cisco exclamator 3 and hit enter, right? Then we have to get trusted key, right, which is 1. Then we can hit enter, and now we can check what is the status right now. So after a few seconds, we can see that NTP is synchronized, and we can see the actual time right now. Show clock. So we can see the actual time is 22 right now. In my side in Qatar right now is 10. Okay, 8:21 second, right? So this is the NTP server, and you can see that how to synchronize, and before synchronize how you have to troubleshoot the NTP and to get the proper information. So today's videos I just explained about the AAA and the NTP server, how to troubleshoot it. I'll come again with another video. So till that day, please be happy and make happy to others. Thank you very much. Bye bye.